Hi, this is Landria, and I'm going to shoot this video because you know how I feel about false information out there and how people jump to conclusions and start spreading rumors. I actually know somebody who is one of the last people that got out of Lahaina, Hawaii, that burnt and hundreds of people died. We don't have the total count yet. This is directly from her, just a day ago, okay? So if you want to get a first-hand account of what happened, what they found, what they saw, what they were told by the people there and the officials, this is your video. You ready for this? Let's go. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fears and live an amazing life. Fear comes from, a lot of times, false information, conspiracies, people jumping to conclusions. I can't tell you how many times people say things to me, I'm like, I never said that in the video. I'm going to read this directly from a letter written, an email written by a friend of mine who moved from California with her family to Lahaina. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I've been there before. Hawaii. Lahaina. Her name's Tamara Conniff. Now, you might know that if you're a little bit older and you're American. Her dad is Ray Conniff Jr., who wrote a lot of Christmas songs. I was actually working with her on a story for Hallmark based on her father, who was a very, very cool guy. So what I want to share with you is what she wrote. She's actually a journalist, and she actually did report this in the papers there. This is public information that I'm going to share with you. She said she wanted to make sure people heard the facts and not the garbage that's going on out there. You ready for this? From Tamara regarding the Lahaina fires. My son is 8 years old and lives to surf breakwall and harbor breaks in Lahaina. He does the HSA competitive circuit. My daughter is 3.5, and just 2 weeks ago she stood up on her own board. She likes to sing to the big waves. They also skateboard at the Lahaina skate park, where our community hosts Friday night skate with free food and gear for anyone who comes. We live in Old Town Lahaina, 1 block from Front Street. We ran out with the shirts on our backs. We made it out. Hundreds did not. Our homes are ashes. Our town is gone. We were locked into an inferno. There has been a lot of faulty reporting on this, so I'd like to give you what I experienced. And as a former journalist, I take my facts very seriously. I love this gal. She's a wonderful woman. She has a beautiful family. We live on Wainee Street. I might be mispronouncing this. W-A-I-N-E-E. Wainee Street, 1 block from Front Street, across from the historic prison. At 4 a.m., our power went out due to hurricane winds. Power goes out a lot in Lahaina, so this is not unusual. We gathered our friends to come have lunch because we have a generator and no one has power. We had 15 people at our house. Earlier in the day, we were told there was a fire, but that it was 100% contained. I never got that alert. Some friends did. The winds got so bad that our fence blew off pieces of our roof. Still no alerts. When we smelled smoke, we walked outside, and within seconds, it was in our backyard. We grabbed the kids and ran with the shirts on our backs. I was driving the car with my son and 2 boys we watch out for who live at the homeless shelter. She does a really cool work there. The fire was chasing us from behind. We got to the main road and it was gridlock. A power line was down, blocking the way out. Again, no sirens, no evacuations, no one directing traffic. fire rushing at us. When we finally got through, we saw 3 workers with chainsaws cutting the pole to pieces to unblock the road. Only 3 workers. People who left after we did not get out. They were the last people that got out. Unconfirmed deaths from the police, we know, is hundreds. Families burned alive in their cars. We reunited the shelter boys with their mom and siblings the next day. She told us some people at the shelter, so you've got to remember this family that they were looking out for, lived in the shelter. The parents were there, and she told us some people at the shelter had no transportation and were just waiting for the fire to get them. They just stayed there and burnt to death. This is what I saw. This is what happened to me and my family and community. Everyone knows Front Street. What you don't know is that a few blocks up is lower income housing, a homeless shelter, generational Hawaii homes. This is Hawaiian land. We must keep Lahaina in Hawaiian hands. I'm on the board of a local nonprofit. We've gotten in emergency supplies. We have been to ground zero. We have seen the cadaver dogs looking for bodies. We know a firefighter who said they lost water pressure during the fire and could not get water to the flames that day. That is a huge deal breaker. What happened is criminal. What is happening now is criminal too. Land grabs, barricades, blocked access. People are angry. Rebuilding will be Herculean, but we are Lahaina strong. I want to give a special shout out to my friends in the music business who've come through for me. You know who you are, and I'm forever grateful. There are many organizations to give to. I only ask that you give to a Hawaiian organization, not a multinational one. The one I'm on the board of is a small and focused one for underprivileged youth. ManaMentors.com. That's ManaMentors.com. She specializes in dealing with the underprivileged youth. We will take care of the kids of Lahaina the best we can and partner with real community leaders and get them emergency supplies and hope. Mahalo. Tamara Conniff, sent from her phone. So, first-hand account just a couple days ago. I want you to consider giving to not just her charity, but also those, she said, that are Hawaiian and not multinationals. So much of that money doesn't really go to the people. And I want you to consider what she shared that was a fact and not what you're going to hear out there or what people are doing that are not in the trenches right there. This is a person who got out and the people behind them did not. She saw it firsthand. I wanted to share that with you because when we do get firsthand facts, it's important for us to distribute this information and not to change the information. And I read that straight from her email. I hope you'll pray for these people. I hope that you will send whatever you can to help them rebuild this beautiful space that's going to be obviously much safer. And this will hopefully not happen again. And hopefully the rest of Hawaii and other places like this will start to reinforce their warning systems, their assistance, all the backups that they're going to need if anything ever happens to them. And if you live in a place like this, it's time to put systems in place so that we never have to experience this again. Thank you so much for listening. I'm going to leave this up for 2 days. I thought it was really important for you to hear this. Let us send our prayers, our money, our contributions, whatever we can do. You are whole and perfect. strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you. Namaste.